We have the New Orleans Saints taking on the Los Angeles Rams. This is your Week 16, 2023 prediction and preview video. Hit subscribe button if you're new. Also, hit the like button. Let's start off with the Los Angeles Rams because they are the home team. This team has been on the hot streak. The only game that they have lost in the last couple of weeks was against the Baltimore Ravens, and that ended in overtime on a punt return. Besides that, this Los Angeles Rams team has been on a roll since Kyren Williams has returned back to the starting lineup. Last week, they beat the Washington Commanders 28-20, and Matthew Stafford was all world. He was 25-33 on the day, 258 passing yards, 2 touchdowns to 0 interceptions. This Ram team looked very good. And when they go against this New Orleans Saints team, the offensive line has to be on point. They did allow 3 sacks last week, but it did not faze Matthew Stafford as much. Throughout this season, when the offensive line has given Matthew Stafford time, he can go through his progression and he can get the football to guys like Puka Nacua and Cooper Kupp. When you go against this New Orleans Saints team, you want to be the same. In my opinion, target the slot wide receiver as much as possible. You look at the Saints defense. It has been very solid this season, but they have given up a lot of big plays to slot wide receivers this season. A couple weeks ago when they went against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, a lot of those plays that were big in the game came from the slot position, and against the Jacksonville Jaguars the last time they was on Thursday Night Football, they gave up a big play to Christian Kirk that went for a touchdown. Target Cooper Kupp in the slot or Puka Nacua, and you'll be in a great situation. And speaking of Cooper Kupp, he had 8 catches for 111 yards last week and 1 touchdown. And Puka Nacua had 5 catches for 50 yards, was averaging a first down every single time that he caught the football. And Kyren Williams, 27 carries on the day for 152 rushing yards and 1 touchdown. He did have 2 fumbles in the game last week. You need to clean that up. He doesn't need to come out here and give the New Orleans Saints multiple chances to get in the red zone. And also, if you're going to turn the football over, which I prefer them not to, but if it does happen, make sure you do not give the New Orleans Saints a short field. The Saints' red zone offense is one of the worst red zone offenses in the NFL, but if you give them enough chances, they will cash in with Alvin Kamara or Chris Olave if he's able to play in this game. Now, let's talk about the defense for the Los Angeles Rams. They have been very inconsistent this season, but they have had a lot of good moments and a lot of bad moments as well. I'm looking at Byron Young to come out and make a lot of good plays in this game. He has one of the higher pressure rates in the NFL. He has 6 sacks on the season and 2 forced fumbles. And Aaron Donald is still one of the best defensive players in the NFL. He has been phenomenal this season. He has 6 sacks on the season, but he's opened up things for everyone else on this defensive line. Go out there, get Derek Carr, and take that run game away. And also, if Chris Olave is not able to play in this game, go out there and double cover Rashid Shaheed and make other weapons beat you on this team. Juwan Johnson is a very good tight end, but Derek Carr gets tunnel vision at times on certain wide receivers. So you can go out there, put a lot of pressure on him, and it comes down to the secondary with the Los Angeles Rams. Can they step up against this New Orleans Saints team? Because Derek Carr has been a very inconsistent quarterback, but when he is on, he has been on for this Saints team. So the key to victory for the Los Angeles Rams, do not turn the football over. Dominate at the line of scrimmage and run the football, work off play action, and target the slot position against this New Orleans Saints defense. Now let's talk about the New Orleans Saints. Last week was a very good week for this team as well. They had a very good victory against the New York Giants. They won that game 24-6. Derek Carr had one of his best games as a New Orleans Saint. He was 23-20 in the day, 218 passing yards, 3 touchdowns, and 0 interceptions, and only got sacked once. And Alvin Kamara did have 66 rushing yards, but he also had 44 receiving yards as well. They didn't have Chris Olave available last week, and they didn't have Ryan Ramczyk available either. It would be awesome if those guys can play in this game. They are both questionable for this game, but continue to follow the same game plan you had last week. Run the offense through Alvin Kamara and let everything else fall in place. Derek Carr was very good when he was able to target Alvin Kamara in space, and it helped condense the field. Juwan Johnson came away with a touchdown last week in the receiving game. It was a short yardage situation. You want to target him as much as possible and get some things going. Get Rashid Shaheed going in space as well. They have the weapons to do so if Chris Olave is not able to play, but that's going to be a huge missing piece because both of these teams are jockeying for a playoff spot, and it's really a must-win for both of these teams right now. The Saints are in second place in their division, and they do not hold the tiebreaker because the Tampa Bay Buccaneers beat them early on this season. So they really need to win this game, and they need all their players up front if Chris Olave can play. Even if he's only 70 to 80%, get him going in this game. And if not, run the football, Alvin Kamara and Jamal Williams. Jamal Williams has not been that star running back with this team this season. He's been very good in short yardage situations at times when Pete Carmichael wants to put him in the game. He went from leading the league in rushing touchdowns last season. He doesn't even have a rushing touchdown this season. Use him in short yardage situations to give Alvin Kamara a breather, because he better have his working boots on in this game. But it comes down to the offensive line protection, and can the New Orleans Saints run the football with the lack of help in the receiving room if they are not fully healthy. And the defense for the New Orleans Saints, they're beat up as well. No Marshawn Lattimore in this game and no Marcus May. They're both on IR, but you still have good players in the secondary and you still have good players on this defense. Demario Davis continues to be a star linebacker for this team. Cameron Jordan is a star pass rusher for this team as well. He may not have those high sack numbers this season. He only has 2 sacks on the season, but he's been very good at getting pressure and stopping the run. You have guys that can go out there and put a lot of pressure on Matthew Stafford and get things going. It just depends on if the secondary can hold up against guys like Puka Nacua and Cooper Kupp. And I am worried about that. Alontae Taylor has been a very good corner with this team, and Paulson Adebo has been very good as well. But they get penalties every now and then against certain wide receivers. Tyrann Mathieu is also going to be an essential piece in this game as well at the safety position. With that being said, this is going to be a very good football game, but I am worried about the play calling from Pete Carmichael and the health of the New Orleans Saints. I'm going to take the Los Angeles Rams to win this game 28-14. Let me know in the comment section below. Who do you have winning this game? The New Orleans Saints or the Los Angeles Rams? If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. If you like the video, hit the like button. Most importantly, want each and every last one, guys, stay safe, stay positive. Thanks for watching the video, guys. Peace.